So Adam Larson also is picked and signs a contract, or at least it was rumored that $4.5 million or something like that.
I saw 4 times 4. I could be wrong.
Something like that. So it was a bad day. If you were to cap it right now, and we don't have any trades right now. So you might be listening to this and going, well, we've heard this trade and that trade. Well, we don't know that yet. But it was not a great day for the Oilers. Losing Adam Larson and then signing Mike Smith to a multi-year deal, apparently. And the Mike Smith thing is he's 39. You don't need to sign a 39-year-old goalie to anything other than a year. And if you do, then you're really desperate.
He doesn't even know if he's playing past next season.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I guess. And it's like, oh, we got nothing to lose. You can just bury it. It's like, no, but he had a good year last year. So you're actually rewarding him for that, which is fine. But he's 39. Adam Larson's a different story because if I'm Adam Larson, I'm looking at the Oilers and going, okay, you guys are grinding me in a contract here. And they apparently early in this week were close on something. And I'm going, I've been here for how many years? You traded Taylor Hall for me, and now you're going to commit $5.5 million of your cap to 38-year-old Duncan Keith, but you won't give me the number I want.
Yeah, and everyone said I sucked for a long time by virtue of I'm not Taylor Hall.
Right.
He did struggle for a while, but he had a family tragedy, I believe back injuries, and I messaged some Oilers fans today. I'm like, wait a sec, I thought you guys thought he sucked. No, he got good. So I guess he managed to put it all together this season, and he was as advertised, like a true defensive defenseman. And you talk about someone who the Oilers can't really afford to lose.
It's that.
Right? Like, oh, give his money to Tyson Barrie. What?
Who's another forward?
Yeah, I wanted a Ferrari, so I went out and bought it, but they sold out a Ferrari, so I got a Jeep. What? They're not the same at all. They're not the same player at all.
Or I wanted an 18-wheeler and I bought a Ferrari instead, which is this. You know what I mean? That's your defensive defenseman versus Tyson Barrie.
But what if you got to carry stuff? Okay, you'll go fast, but with nothing. We need to carry stuff, and right now the Oilers need to carry stuff. If we're going with that analogy, what do they do? What do? They need more stops, not less. It's tough.
And it's a competitive defensive market. Like everybody's like, whoa, what if they sign Dougie Hamilton? Guys, everybody wants Dougie Hamilton.
So I was thinking about that. It sounds like they're going to get Hyman, and he's going to make them a better defensive team. That's good news. People talk about the contract, the length, whatever. Kick that can down the road in terms of at least conversation. If you're an Oilers fan, you have to think of it. But would you not be better off taking your Tyson Barrie fund and your Zach Hyman fund and making it the Dougie Hamilton fund?
100%. That's the direction you should go, because you're in a win now mode. For the next 5 years, you have McDavid locked up for 5 more years, and every year McDavid is on your team is a win now year. Mm-hmm. So yeah, 100% go after Dougie.
So then, and to that, I agree with you both on that. So then, no movement clauses and no trade clauses. Steve, what do you normally say about who are on those lists?
They're not really no movement clauses. If it's a team, let's say someone on the Tampa Bay Lightning, if they have a no move clause, odds are they don't want to go to a Canadian team.
Berkey said that on the show too. Most no trade clauses are just don't send me to Canada.
It's 8 teams. It's the 7 Canadian teams in Buffalo.
Wow. It's not that bad up here, to be honest with you. It's really great. But anyway.
Tax.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, there was
COVID restrictions, like Bogosian doesn't want to resign here because he's...
Oh, is that why?
Restrictions. Yeah, that came out. And he just doesn't trust the government. Don't blame him.
With Dougie Hamilton, when he was traded, Carolina had the option to void his no trade clause, and they did. So he does not have a no trade anymore.
Dougie Hamilton does not?
Yes.
Why again?
Sorry. So this is from Cap Friendly. Hamilton was traded on June 23rd to Carolina, and they had the option of voiding the clause. Cap Friendly has confirmed that Carolina did not honor his trade clause. So he no longer has it, so they can trade him wherever.
Interesting. So he could, it's just his rights, though. They would be trading.
Right.
Yeah. So, do you why not back up the Brinks truck
So if you they talked to him in Seattle, and like maybe in this little window you trade his rights to Edmonton.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense too, but you know,
signing date. I don't know.
Isn't it
I'm
that
galaxy braining it?
what day is it today? Because when does it open up so that everybody can talk to every free agent?
The 28th.
28th. Okay.
Yeah,
so
they got rid of that little window.
They got rid of the pre-day.
Oh, which is silly.
Because teams got grumpy about it.
So do you if you're Edmonton, do you move something into Carolina? You get the rights to talk to Dougie Hamilton. You sign him in the next 7 days.
You fucking better.
Am I thinking too much?
Ken Holland, genius. I can't wait. Listen, man. Oh, you know, there were Oilers fans who were rightly outraged about what happened with Duncan Keith. And then there were so many like, wait a second. This is the year we're supposed to have cap space. Maybe there's a Duncan Keith play here. Oh, by the way, if he retires next year, then the season after, we get a big old credit on our cap. Okay, but what about this year? What about Connor McDavid's 25 now? Is he 25?
24,
25 this year? And you're not any closer. And listen, I understand the Leafs aren't any closer either. You don't have to make
that. Not about that.
But my point here is you better, Ken Holland, because I kept hearing about how Ken Holland was a genius. And what I keep seeing really is non-genius moves. I keep seeing we're going to do the same shit over and over, and we're going to sign the same guys because they're good old guys, and we're going to hope.
Well, Seattle, they got a ton. They got a lot of D-men. So if you want them, go ahead.